The self-centered mindset, characterized by exceptionalism, consumerism, individualism, and disregard for global consequences, is deeply embedded in dominant global systems today. This worldview prioritizes short-term personal or national gain over collective well-being, long-term sustainability, or global justice. It manifests through economic policies, cultural exports, political decisions, and environmental negligence, and its consequences are increasingly destructive. Climate change and environmental impact. Overconsumption. Affluent societies around the world often promote energy-intensive lifestyles. Excessive travel, large homes, meat-heavy diets, fast fashion, that place immense strain on the planet. Policy delay and denial. Many powerful governments and corporations delay necessary climate action or resist international agreements to protect short-term economic interests. Cultural export of consumerism. The global spread of consumer-driven lifestyles encourages unsustainable development everywhere, especially as emerging economies are pressured to emulate these patterns. Foreign policy and interventions. Interventionism masked as benevolence. Some powerful states use language of freedom, democracy, or humanitarianism to justify military or political interference, often leading to destabilization, displacement, or long-term conflict. Disregard for sovereignty, economic or military interests are sometimes pursued at the expense of local autonomy, with little accountability for the aftermath. Legacy of domination. Many global inequalities today stem from historical and ongoing patterns of domination, colonization, and economic coercion. So, let's talk about economic exploitation and global inequality. Large multinational companies often put profit over people. They extract wealth from poorer regions, exploit labor, and pollute ecosystems, usually with just minimal consequences. And then there's the issue of debt and dependency. International financial systems, more often than not, serve the interests of powerful economies while keeping others stuck in cycles of debt, austerity, and dependence. Unfair trade dynamics are another piece of the puzzle. Global trade tends to favor already wealthy nations, which really undermines small producers and local economies in less affluent regions. Moving on, let's get into cultural imperialism. Global media and entertainment industries, they frequently push a pretty narrow range of cultural norms, glorifying material success, individual achievement, and consumerism, while at the same time marginalizing diverse voices and traditions. And honestly, this export of dominant lifestyles leads to a kind of homogenization of identity, eroding cultural diversity and promoting these one-size-fits-all models of success and modernity. Neglect of global cooperation is, a growing concern. Short-term nationalism and self-interest often take center stage, as many powerful states prioritize domestic concerns, even in the face of global crises like pandemics, climate disasters, or forced migration. International cooperation is frequently sabotaged or bypassed when it conflicts with national or corporate interests, which ends up weakening the very systems meant to address our shared challenges. Technological and digital domination is, honestly, reshaping our world in ways we might not always notice. Data colonialism is a real issue, where just a handful of powerful tech entities control global data infrastructure, often extracting value without consent or benefit to local populations. On top of that, technology is increasingly used to monitor, influence, or manipulate people, often without transparency or accountability, especially across borders. This is not a condemnation of any one nation or people, but, a critique of a dominant worldview that rewards self-interest, accumulation, and control. As long as global systems incentivize exploitation over cooperation and competition over compassion, this mindset will continue to undermine collective survival and justice. Subscribe for more content.